680 nights. WNZK has available a few good hours of airtime for a few good programs to serve their communities. Radio is better than ever in targeting an audience that listens to what you say. Learn more about this exciting radio broadcasting opportunity by calling WNZK Radio at 248-557-3500.
Welcome to the bright side of aging. My name is Ike Engelbaum. I'm a pharmacist and the publisher of AmericanSeniorGazette.org. It has been wisely said, you cannot help getting older, but you can help getting old. It has also been said that age is a matter of the mind. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. My purpose in doing the show is so that seniors and caregivers can share their ideas and questions on how we can age gracefully and in a vertical position for as long as our good genes will allow. And if we've inherited bad genes, how to outwit them. Our topics include senior housing, financial, legal, safety, travel, health issues, interesting senior events in the community, and most of all, tips on how to put old on hold.
House Calls on Wheels. And if you need a helping hand to stay at home, or maybe you'd like somebody to provide transportation or grocery shopping or run errands for you, or maybe you're going to need help with bathing or personal grooming, or you need home renovations to enable you to stay in that home safely and securely. Or maybe you can't leave your home, but you need somebody to come in and do things like a doctor, a nurse, a podiatrist, a dentist, or to have your prescriptions delivered to you. Well, House Calls on Wheels is the answer to all of that. House Calls on Wheels provides both medical and non-medical services in your home. And all the medical services are covered by insurance. The non-medical services start as low as $10 an hour. So if you or someone you know needs a helping hand at home, call House Calls on Wheels for a free in-home consultation. And that toll-free number is 1-888-489-8980. All right? That's 1-888-489-8980.
Tune in every Wednesday at 11 a.m. for the Bright Side of Aging and the Entrepreneurs Network radio show featuring Ike Engelbaum. Ike does an array of interviews with people that make the aging process go smoothly. And for the Entrepreneurs Network segment, Ike interviews up-and-coming entrepreneurs. If you're looking to start your own business, Ike has some great advice to offer you to get your dreams of starting a home-based business a reality. If you'd like to talk to Ike Engelbaum for more information, call 313-929-6105. That's 313-929-6105. So tune in every Wednesday at 11 a.m. to hear Ike Engelbaum on the Bright Side of Aging and the Entrepreneur Network radio show.
And welcome, and I hope you're enjoying this wonderful day that's changing temperature-wise and sunrise-wise every minute. It's a wonderful thing about Michigan is that if you don't like the weather, in about 20 minutes, you'll get another choice. But I don't know whether it was thought up that way, but you think about it, and I drive people crazy because I like to play with words. Whether the weather is weather, it depends, whatever it is. I just find it fascinating that weather, W-E-A-T-H-E-R and W-H-T-H-E-R, mean two different things. But enjoy every moment that we have, because we never know how many moments that we have left. And I try to bring out the bright side of aging, and there are bright sides of aging in the sense that you have sunny days, and you also have the opportunity that if you are in a situation where things aren't going quite well, that you surround yourself with people that do think in a positive way. I'm very fortunate in that my family has always looked upon life in a positive way, and in fact, without going into too much history, I am a survivor of from the concentration camps, and I cannot tell you how wonderful it is to be in this country and be able to see what is going on, despite what the politicians are all trying to accomplish. What I think, without getting too political, that we have that's different today, there are two major factors. I think we do not have the competence that the real leaders of our previous century produced, and that doesn't mean we don't have some great leaders. We certainly do, but they're so far outnumbered that we've got a new breed out there in Washington who go in not necessarily to serve the people, they'd like the people to serve them. And there's a difference. But as all times have indicated, times do change, and we've got some young people that are hopefully going to make a difference. But you in your own life are the big difference. And if you think in a positive way and surround yourself by positive-minded people, your life can really be completely different. I'm a proud member of the Optimist Club and also the Rotary Club, which, by the way, I strongly encourage you to join either the Rotary Club, Optimist Club, Kiwanis. There are so many great non-profit service organizations. And you'll be amazed how many positive-minded people there are. And if you're anywhere within the sound of my voice, wondering which one is better than another, I will not give you any strong indication of which one is better, but I can certainly direct you in the right direction. And by the Optimist Creed, we have about 10 points we always bring out. You're welcome to join me for breakfast Tuesday mornings from 7:30 to 8:30 at the Stage Deli, which is just south of Maple on Orchard Lake Road. I believe the official address is like 6875 Orchard Lake Road, right across from the Beaumont Professional Building. And people come in, even if they don't feel like smiling, they fake it. And it's okay. You fake it till you make it. Chinese have a proverb that says that a insincere smile is better than a sincere grouch, okay? And nobody wants to be around a grouch. And I guarantee you that if you even fake a smile, people around you suddenly are made to feel better. And I have a series of Ikeisms, and one of them that I enjoy sharing is that every human being makes another human being happy with their presence. Some with their coming and some with their going. Get into the one that is coming. And I'm very fortunate in my personal life that my relatives share in a positive attitude, and I've been fortunate in my professional career to also find people that I enjoy as personal friends that are upbeat and creative. And one of those special people that I really appreciate having in my life is Dr. Andre Lee. Dr. Andre Lee was the administrator of the now gone hospital in Highland Park General, and the hospital closed up. Well, when you're an administrator and suddenly the hospital that you're the chief honcho closes, it's not exactly a pleasant occasion. But Dr. Lee, because of his resourcefulness and his intelligence, has gone on and done some wonderful things. He's started hospices, he teaches, he actually has an online type program, and he gives back to the community. And he has the Leeway Foundation, which I'm proud to be able to be involved in promoting, because Leeway Foundation is devoted to giving back, especially to the black community, and has various resources for churches and any organization to have fundraising in a way that you don't twist arms and ask and beg for donations. He has a portrait program, he's written books, and I could go on, but I wouldn't have a chance to talk to him. And by golly, I want to talk to him. Hello, Dr. Andre Lee.
Yes, sir, Mr. Ike. I'm right here, right here.
You're right there in beautiful Tennessee, Dr. Lee, right.
Yes. Well, you mentioned Highland Park General. The building is still open and in use. They converted it to a senior citizen place.
Oh, really?
Really? And
wow.
they never closed the hospital, but they kept the building going. And, and it's been in existence ever since.
Isn't it? Well, listen, so when you come back to visit us, you still have a place to say, hey, I was the administrator over there.
Yeah, I point to it every once in a while.
Well,
a lot of hospitals full people don't remember, like Metropolitan was right across the expressway. Nobody remembers that one.
Well, I respect you even more now than before, and I'll tell you why. I grew up in Windsor, Ontario, and every building that I went to, every school, they tore down and made into parking lots or some other structure. So I don't know whether it's my personality that I say, hey, he's out of here, or let's forget it. Yours that keep on going.
That place is still going, and the city is struggling, but that place is still going strong.
Yeah, well, that's good. Well, I admire your talents and all, and you're going strong as well.
Well,
and
let me talk about the foundation a little bit. We're devoted to promoting health literacy in the community. And one of the things in my most recent book, is not quite out yet, but it will be out here very, very soon, is called Tips on Cutting Your Health Care Costs. And that's something that seems to resonate with everybody. I mean, I am just amazed, and I haven't even published a book yet.
Well, yeah, we have so much information out there that even people that want to buy insurance are confused as to which one is better. And the truth of it is, there are some practical ways that you can indeed reduce your health care costs. So what some of these insurance companies will do is, if they give you a lower premium, they end up cutting so many benefits that when you really need what you need, you're not covered. So any suggestions you have that can avoid the whole quagmire of these insurance type companies is welcome. Do you have some thoughts on that score? What do you suggest?
I can give you a quick tip right now, and that is if you got to pay for this insurance premium yourself, out of pocket, then pick one that's got a high co-payment and a high deductible. Here's what you got to think of, is if you had to pay this out of pocket, you're going to be paying a lot anyway. So having a high copayment and high deductible doesn't add any additional burden to you because you got that burden to start with. But what it does do, it does give you a little bit of assistance in terms of some of that money that you may end up owing a hospital. And here's the other tip that's very important. You could always negotiate, even with your insurance and a high copayment and deductible. Hospitals are always willing to work out a payment plan, and if you don't, and you got to be very hard nosed though. And if you work out a payment plan that's not to your liking, just keep negotiating until you get one that you're comfortable with, and they will write off the difference to what they call as bad debt. Okay, because they have a charitable obligation anyway. Okay, so they don't like to give it away to you free if they can avoid it, but if they can't avoid it, they'll take whatever they can get.
So it's basically a matter of business negotiation. And something else, and they say in the big time, for the sake of disclosure, I subscribe to a membership for discount health care. It's called AmeriPlan. It's been around for around 25 years, and I strongly promote it, and I use it myself, because although I'm on Medicare and Blue Cross, which quite frankly are the premier type of insurance companies, there are a lot of other premier ones, but I have been very satisfied in my basic needs. But guess what? There are a lot of services that between the two of them, they still don't cover. AmeriPlan is a very simple business concept whereby you pay a membership fee of $39.95 per month. And you can get up to 50%, 50, discount on your prescription drugs, chiropractic, vision. And they also have a negotiator for you, whereby these are top-notch people, but because you're a member, they go to bat for you. It's the same thing like hiring a lawyer, and I don't have to tell you, you couldn't get a lawyer to represent you for $39 a month, and you can drop it.
What AmeriPlan does is it focuses on the lesser, weightier items that you would have to pay for, the ancillary services,
right?
And not that hospital bill, which can be very, very heavy.
Right.
But they and you're right, they do help you on those ancillaries that you occasionally have to get. Well, and occasionally that's about all the time you get stuck with.
Right. Right. Well, if anyone is interested, they're welcome to call my toll-free number, which is 888-489-8980. That's 888-489-8980. And I welcome any inquiries about what you're currently doing. And if I don't have the answer, I'm fortunate enough to put Dr. Andre Lee on the spot as well. We can help in that area. At least we can tell you who might be able to help you. And
my book will have a lot of resources for people. A lot of people don't realize there's a lot of stuff out there that you can go to. The internet's wonderful. That you can go to and get discounts for or savings from.
Right.
You just got to know where to look.
Right. Well, that's the biggest problem, is that a lot of people are either, as I like to say, either overwhelmed or underwhelmed because of all of the choices. I wanted to ask you some of your wisdom tips on actual points about the healthcare field. Are you able to stick around for another 10 minutes or so? Or are you pressed?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Because I want to take a brief break to honor our sponsors that help keep us on the air. So don't go away. We'll be right back with Dr. Andre Lee.
House calls on wheels. And if you need a helping hand to stay at home, or maybe you'd like somebody to provide transportation or grocery shopping or run errands for you, or maybe you're going to need help with bathing or personal grooming, or you need home renovations to enable you to stay in that home safely and securely. Or maybe you can't leave your home, but you need somebody to come in and do things like a doctor, a nurse, a podiatrist, a dentist, or to have your prescriptions delivered to you. Well, House Calls on Wheels is the answer to all of that. House Calls on Wheels provides both medical and non-medical services in your home. And all the medical services are covered by insurance. The non-medical services start as low as $10 an hour. So if you or someone you know needs a helping hand at home, call House Calls on Wheels for a free in-home consultation. And that toll-free number is 1-888-489-8980. All right? That's 1-888-489-8980.
Tune in every Wednesday at 11 a.m. for the Bright Side of Aging and the Entrepreneurs Network radio show featuring Ike Engelbaum. Ike does an array of interviews with people that make the aging process go smoothly. And for the Entrepreneurs Network segment, Ike interviews up-and-coming entrepreneurs. If you're looking to start your own business, Ike has some great advice to offer you to get your dreams of starting a home-based business a reality. If you'd like to talk to Ike Engelbaum for more information, call 313-929-6105. That's 313-929-6105. So tune in every Wednesday at 11 a.m. to hear Ike Engelbaum on the Bright Side of Aging and the Entrepreneur Network radio show.
And welcome back. And for those folks that are, as I like to call you, instead of retired, I'd like to call you refired, because quite frankly, some people retired because they figured that they are not going to be spending as much money as they were before they were 65 or whatever age they retired. Guess what? The expenses keep going on, and some of them keep going up, so they want to find a second career. If you're in a situation where either monetary-wise or mental-wise, and I mean that, being retired and not having really productive type days can lead to a lot of really unnecessary depressive type conditions. So the Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan that I founded 45 years ago would be a great opportunity for you to surround yourself with people that help you in a career path. Every Thursday morning from 9:15 to 10:30, if you're looking to start a home-based business or tap into your talents, by all means join us every Thursday morning at Level 1 Bank, 37100 Woodward, southeast corner of Big Beaver and Woodward, and that's in Bloomfield Hills. Call us at our toll-free number, 888-489-8980, if you are interested in refiring, or possibly you have a friend that's complaining to you, gee, I don't know what I'm going to do to pay my bills. How about trying to tap into your talents? We can help you there. It's free to attend. In fact, we give you free coffee and free healthy snacks, because we want you to stay healthy so you can indeed be as creative as possible. And someone who's really creative and is always coming up with new ideas is Dr. Andre Lee, who has taken his talents and actually surpassed even what he knew when he was much younger. Do you feel you're smarter than you were, Dr. Andre Lee?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, there is an advantage as you age, as I like to quote, that aging is inevitable, wisdom is optional, okay? And you've chosen the wiser route. And because of your extensive healthcare background, you've seen what people should not do and what they should do. Would you like to share with us some tips on how to reduce your health expenses?
Yes. Well, the one that comes to mind, and this was a recent article that appeared in the Wall Street Journal, but it was that Aetna, as well as United American Healthcare, have finally agreed to pass on the discounts that they've been giving the pharmacies. They're going to bypass the pharmacies and pass it on directly to the consumer. Now, that's a significant change, and it's going to cut into the pharmacy revenues, but that's their problem. Anyway, the point is they were giving, unbeknownst to us, a discount on medications that your doctor prescribes for you. The pharmacies were charging a higher fee, even above their retail fee, because they were getting a discount from the drug manufacturers. Now, the manufacturers, because of the criticisms they've been getting, they're going to pass that discount directly to you, the consumer. So what you need to do when you go get your next prescription, you ask the pharmacist, am I getting the discount that you normally would have gotten from the drug manufacturers on this particular medication? Okay, that may be as much as 10 or 15% difference in the price.
Right.
So, but you do have to ask these questions. Okay?
Right. Well,
if you don't ask, you won't get it.
Well, a lot of, in defense of pharmacists, since I am one, I don't want to sound like I'm making excuses, but like a lot of healthcare professionals today, they are so overwhelmed with all the paperwork that they have to incur just to keep the doors open, that they frankly don't have the time to explain all of this, even though they'd want to. So you're 100% right. Nothing is accomplished until you ask for it, okay?
Well, there are very few, as you know, there are very few independent pharmacies around. Most of them are part of the major chains. So I'm really speaking to the major chains more so than anybody. The Walgreens, the Walmarts, the CVS's, those are the ones that have been getting these discounts. So the pharmacists that work in those chains don't really have much say in that. But I can't speak at their time, but I know they don't have really much say in the price.
Yeah, right. But again, you could also ask the pharmacist if there's another medication that does basically the same type of...
that was the other tip.
Right,
yep.
Because many times the pharmacist just assumes that, hey, you can pay the price of the prescription. They don't have time to evaluate your financial situation.
Right. So
there is nothing embarrassing about asking, say, is there another alternative that I could pick? Is there a generic? Or,
no.
And the other common sense type thing is that if it's what's called a scored tablet, in other words, a regular tablet that is not enteric-coated like a hard candy, like an M&M.
Right.
Check with the doctor whether you could break the tablet in half. So there are other things that we're going to discuss on our next visit. I'm sorry that we can't do it today. We've run out of time, and Dr. Lee will look forward to our next visit. Right now, I only have enough time for my favorite parting thought, which is, yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift, and that's why we call it the present. Please enjoy your present by looking and living life with the bright side of aging. Welcome to the Entrepreneurs Network radio show. Our mission is to interview successful entrepreneurs who are willing to share with us their ideas and experiences, both the successes and the failures. Because as it has been jokingly said, you should learn from the mistakes of others because you'll never live long enough to make them all yourself. My name is Ike Engelbaum, and I'm the founder of the Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan, which is a group of motivated people that are all interested in helping each other and achieving our personal and professional goals. Please check out our website, entrepreneursnetworkofmichigan.com, for meeting schedule as well as self-improvement material. Our philosophy is that if it's to be, it's up to me.
House calls on wheels. And if you need a helping hand to stay at home, or maybe you'd like somebody to provide transportation or grocery shopping or run errands for you, or maybe you're going to need help with bathing or personal grooming, or you need home renovations to enable you to stay in that home safely and securely. Or maybe you can't leave your home, but you need somebody to come in and do things like a doctor, a nurse, a podiatrist, a dentist, or to have your prescriptions delivered to you. Well, House Calls on Wheels is the answer to all of that. House Calls on Wheels provides both medical and non-medical services in your home. And all the medical services are covered by insurance. The non-medical services start as low as $10 an hour. So if you or someone you know needs a helping hand at home, call House Calls on Wheels for a free in-home consultation. And that toll-free number is 1-888-489-8980. All right? That's 1-888-489-8980.
Tune in every Wednesday at 11 a.m. for the Bright Side of Aging and the Entrepreneurs Network radio show featuring Ike Engelbaum. Ike does an array of interviews with people that make the aging process go smoothly. And for the Entrepreneurs Network segment, Ike interviews up-and-coming entrepreneurs. If you're looking to start your own business, Ike has some great advice to offer you to get your dreams of starting a home-based business a reality. If you'd like to talk to Ike Engelbaum for more information, call 313-929-6105. That's 313-929-6105. So tune in every Wednesday at 11 a.m. to hear Ike Engelbaum on the Bright Side of Aging and the Entrepreneur Network radio show.
Yes, and now you're hearing me. How about that? In fact, if you want to leave me a complete message, always feel free. That's my direct phone number, and I welcome people calling me with generic questions, general questions about entrepreneurship, and my toll-free number is 888-489-8980. That's 888-489-8980, and I feel like the old line used to be, and I adopted it as an Ikeism, as I like to call it, is that now that I know all of the answers, no one's asking me the questions. If you want to ask me questions without bragging, if I don't have the answer, I'm fortunate that I've surrounded myself by really knowledgeable people that I can refer you to. I strongly recommend that you not only consider coming to meetings that you have out in the community, but why not join up with us every Thursday morning from 9:15 to 10:30. The Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan meets at the Level 1 Bank at 37100 Woodward, southeast corner of Woodward and Big Beaver and Bloomfield Hills. And there are two reasons that we meet there. First of all, they're very gracious hosts. We have a private room for meeting, and they also have more entrepreneur-friendly approaches to helping you and start and build your business. But like everything else in life, 90% of success is just showing up. We purposely make it as easy for you to show up as is possible. 9:15 in the morning to 10:30 means you can still sleep in somewhat, and you still have the rest of the day to achieve whatever you're trying to accomplish. And if you can't make any of the meetings but still want to be put in touch with major organizations like the Small Business Administration or SCORE, and they're terrific organizations and resources. And because of my involvement in the business community, without bragging, I not only have their phone number, but the contact people of who you should be speaking to. You know, many times as an entrepreneur, you give up too early for 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is that the people you've chosen as partners to pursue your idea, because of their lack of competence, let you down. And they'll say, oh, we can't do this, we can't do that. Well, guess what? If the people around you are not competent in doing what needs to be done, find some other partners. That doesn't mean you have to ruin your relationships with these people. It's just to say, hey, I don't think this is working out. And you break ties. Worst thing in the world is to keep on having a relationship with someone who really can't help you and achieve your goals. The other reason a lot of entrepreneurs are unsuccessful in a venture is because they don't contact the right resource. And even if they do, they don't ask for a specific person that can help them. That's what we do. And we've been doing this now for over 45 years, so we must be doing something right. Call us on our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. We do not divulge your name or information without your permission, but better yet, we can actually many times set up a conference call with some of these people that can help you, so we can collectively help you in expediting your whole venture. There is no doubt now that the whole business atmosphere has been revolutionized with the internet. We have technology today that we never, at least I never thought, would be possible. As I joke about it, who would have thunk that you can be in your basement in your pajamas, and with the internet you can be in touch with anyone around the world. That, of course, we have to have technology at their end, but you can instantly meet up with people there, and you never would have had a chance to do the old-fashioned way. I hate the word snail mail because, quite frankly, our standard mail ain't that bad when you compare it to other parts of the world. Standard mail certainly still has a place. In fact, other forms of communication have a place, and I'd love to be put into that situation with the radio and the TV that I have a show that I do. But like everything else, technology has the good and the bad. How do you use technology to the max? How do you find people that really know what they're doing? Guess what? I am fortunate enough to have found that kind of an individual. His name is Gaurav Makai, and he has a company called Team Valiant. That's a very valiant name, Mr. Gaurav. How did you come up with that name?
What's up, Ike? I wanted to say I appreciate you having me here, so much respect. Yeah, Team Valiant. So, we've had a lot of name changes over the years, doing sort of the same stuff. And now, Team Valiant represents a stronger brand on our behalf, which is that, Valiant is about being bold and, taking a risk. And a lot of times in this industry, people, since they don't know it, they don't really want to take the risk. And, being confident in your brand is what takes your brand to the next level. And, allows you to really push it to, more exposure and to greater horizons. And, those that have the goals of getting new leads, new customers, or strengthening their relationships with their audience, you really want to remain bold and remain confident in it, because that's, how you convey yourself, and that's what makes you stick out amongst your competition, So.
Right. Well, being bold is really one of the key factors in being successful, because I bring that out at our entrepreneur network meetings.
Right.
I phrase it with a USP, which stands for unique selling proposition. What is it that makes you different than other people? And bear with me for a minute. Anytime a word is mentioned, I love words. And by the way, that's a very important tip for anyone out there in the business community. Improve on your vocabulary. Just because you got an education or a degree of some sort does not mean that you couldn't expand on how you can communicate. And there are now courses online on how indeed you can add to your vocabulary, because the key in communicating and being effective is speaking in a way that your prospect really understands you. And you talk about sticking out. There's an old line that even a turtle couldn't make any progress unless it stuck its neck out. Okay? So you've taken it not from a turtle, but to a high-tech way.
Correct.
So what I always like to ask anyone that speaks to our group or who I have on is that I'd like to know where the heck they came from. What is your background?
Yeah, so, I have a crazy story of a diverse background. My first love in my life was drawing, and, I did that for many years, and so I always had the attention to detail, and artistry was always within me. And then over the years, I moved on to other mediums, and I'm actually self-taught in everything I've done. So I self-taught myself for photography and graphic design, and eventually, with cameras, I got into videography. So I've directed music videos, I've directed promo videos and commercials for companies. So I focused on the media side of everything, multimedia side of it, and then I dabbled into website design, and then I did that for a few years. So I've really jumped around, and finally, I landed into the marketing world, where I realized that everything in my background fully applies to this industry, and so it kind of always came naturally to me to apply all the media and the creative edge to the marketing world. And that's really what another thing that Team Valiant brings to the ballpark here, is that we bring the creative edge, and we want to emphasize that. So for all of our clients, and every approach that we take will be more creative than just a standard approach. So, and I think that brings an edge as well. A lot of times, I'm sure you can agree with that.
Well, I not only agree with it, but in hearing you talk, I'm amazed that you were able to, on your own, to get involved with the basic steps that are required for any business person. When you analyze it, and including in my own involvement, I'm so glad I have the opportunity to meet you. And you can thank your brother, by the way,
yes, of course.
Who's quite a dynamo himself, and I am amazed as to how talented he is for his age. And he is at my alum, Wayne State University, and we're planning on starting an entrepreneur program for the students there that are business orientated. And I've been, a piecemeal in trying to promote some of the things I'm involved with to different people, the arts and graphics part, the video part, etc. So you were all in one.
Yeah. And my brother's really involved, socially with all the Rotary organizations and other things like that, and volunteer organizations. And I myself actually was on the Kiwanis college level, which is Circle K. So I was on the board for that when I was at Wayne State as well. So, he's definitely pushing the boundary as far as that goes, and he's actually on our team as well. So he handles our relations.
Well, that's the key. You got to have the right people, and actually be visionary. And when you say Valiant, isn't it interesting that they both start with a letter V, which stands for victory? How about that?
Correct. It does.
Valiant victory.
Yep.
I wanted to take it down to the basic steps. If someone out there is sort of floundering around with an idea, you go a step back and actually try to crystallize their idea as to how it can be marketable. Is that one of your functions?
Well, so we can have many different types of clients. So we can talk to a brand that's just starting out, or we can talk to an established brand that wants to grow from where they are. So with someone who's on the fence about starting a business, we can definitely consult them along the way. And when we do, we would take a look at what kind of demographic they want to target to, what their goals are, and then we would help them create a strong brand identity, which would be, that's what's appealing to their demographic. That's the whole presentation. So the presentation matters because that's reflecting who you are as a brand. It is your strength. It is your core. It is your definition, and you have to reflect that in all forms. And a lot of times, a lot of business owners make the mistake of not keeping that consistent across all the mediums, such as the physical presentation of a business card versus the website versus their social media accounts, all the way to their emails. I mean, it's not just even social media. So, you really want to have it a matching brand identity, and we start off with that. That's the first step, and really focus on how to appeal to that target, because millennials versus even the new age generations that are 17, 18 years old right now are a whole different mindset than the 22-year-old versus the 25-year-old, all the way up to the 50s and 60s. So, it's really, really important to identify that and distinguish.
Now, someone comes to you, do you actually counsel them with an idea? Hey, this idea I think would appeal to a specific audience. So do you give them the direction of where they should be looking versus, hey, I got this a great idea and I know I'm going to make millions in it. Do you tell them, do you give them guidance as to where they should be spending their efforts?
Exactly. So with digital marketing, there's a long line of services, and we cover the whole base of it. But basically, each one is meant for a different purpose. And so a younger audience might only be on Instagram versus an older audience that might only be checking emails or LinkedIn. So you really have to be careful of where you spend that money. But we definitely advise you. We create a kind of a timeline where we tell you, hey, these are the steps you should take in order, and put a little bit of money here, a little bit of money here, and you just kind of help you budget it out, because the cost can vary. When you do an ad campaign, it's any online campaign that's an ad campaign. Of course, there's a base rate, but beyond that, it's about what you put in. You could put $1 and you could make it last a week, or you can make it, last a day. So you can put in $20 to start off. You can put $50 to start off just to kind of try it out. A lot of times I tell business owners that to just kind of, try out a little bit of everything and kind of see if it's working for them, because a lot of these things also will not have a direct return. They take some time to evolve, because you have to still further refine your demographic. You have to figure out, okay, it didn't work for that age group. We have to slightly adjust it. So it takes a lot of adjusting constantly, and we do that. We go month to month and we monitor it, and give the client a report, and they know what's going on, and we kind of just keep steering it until it finds the right point. And then we grow from there. Then I would say, okay, now you put more money into that and focus on that, So.
Wow, I got a whole bunch more questions to ask you,
Sure
Mr. Gaurav Makai. And if anyone wants to get a hold of you, what's the best contact?
So, everyone can, email us. They can check out our website, which will actually be live a little bit later today. We're just doing some maintenance. Our website is valiantvibes.com. And you can always just email me at my name, which is GAURAV @valiantvibes.com. And yeah, I encourage everyone to check out the website, because as many questions as Ike might have, or any of you out there might have, I'm sure we will answer them on that website, because we put in some time and effort into that site to kind of explain what every service is, and gives you kind of some statistics in the industry of how, how it's affecting the industry, as well as a list of benefits of how it can help you. So we kind of covered the base with it.
Wow. Well, one of the benefits that people want to know is it a profitable venture? Am I going to be getting more in than going out? When we get back from our break, we're going to go down that path, okay? Sure. It's a pleasure to have you on, Gaurav.
Thank you.
Don't go away, folks. Otherwise, you'll miss out on some really great stuff. We'll be right back.
House calls on wheels. And if you need a helping hand to stay at home, or maybe you'd like somebody to provide transportation or grocery shopping or run errands for you, or maybe you're going to need help with bathing or personal grooming, or you need home renovations to enable you to stay in that home safely and securely. Or maybe you can't leave your home, but you need somebody to come in and do things like a doctor, a nurse, a podiatrist, a dentist, or to have your prescriptions delivered to you. Well, House Calls on Wheels is the answer to all of that. House Calls on Wheels provides both medical and non-medical services in your home. And all the medical services are covered by insurance. The non-medical services start as low as $10 an hour. So if you or someone you know needs a helping hand at home, call House Calls on Wheels for a free in-home consultation. And that toll-free number is 1-888-489-8980. All right? That's 1-888-489-8980.
Tune in every Wednesday at 11 a.m. for the Bright Side of Aging and the Entrepreneurs Network radio show featuring Ike Engelbaum. Ike does an array of interviews with people that make the aging process go smoothly. And for the Entrepreneurs Network segment, Ike interviews up-and-coming entrepreneurs. If you're looking to start your own business, Ike has some great advice to offer you to get your dreams of starting a home-based business a reality. If you'd like to talk to Ike Engelbaum for more information, call 313-929-6105. That's 313-929-6105. So tune in every Wednesday at 11 a.m. to hear Ike Engelbaum on the Bright Side of Aging and the Entrepreneur Network radio show.
And we're back, and please mark on your calendar Thursdays, 9:15 to 10:30, that if you're an entrepreneur or know someone who wants to be an entrepreneur, or there are people in your life that say, hey, I got this business idea, and they start rattling off the idea, and you don't want to offend them because they're too close to you, send them to us. There is no idea out there that we don't enjoy trying to see that if it has merit. And we're very upfront. It's free to attend. We meet Thursday mornings, 9:15 to 10:30. We have a presenter that shares some of the ideas that can make you successful. And what I pride myself on, from 9:15 to 10:30, you not only are going to be entertained, but you're going to be educated. You're going to walk out smarter than you walked in. You'll have free coffee and free fruit to keep you healthy, and the coffee to keep you awake. So anyway, show up, because otherwise, as they say, if you don't move, you lose, okay? And I pride myself on having made some great contacts because of the Entrepreneurs Group. And one of those great contacts is in studio with me, Gaurav Makai, who really is, in fact, it's ironic with a name like G. Gaurav that you're sort of a guru in the marketing world.
I try to be.
Well, you've impressed me, and I've met a lot of people. And your background is really unique in that into art, graphics, video, and the other ways of letting people know you exist. You've taken it on to the technology world, and you have that extra knowledge, that extra depth that's so vital to be successful in any business. And unfortunately, I wish I had the patience to learn all about what's out there. So I try in my own way to learn from people like you. And one term that gets kicked around a whole bunch is the term digital marketing. What is digital marketing?
That's a great question. Yeah. So, basically there was always traditional marketing, and that included print and, TV, radio, and basically, print, billboards, you got flyers, you got all that kind of stuff. And now we enter this digital world with the internet, and all of a sudden everyone's hanging out online. Everyone's with the advent of social networks and social media, which, by the way, social networks is kind of obsolete, and it's just social media now is what, it's known as. And with the advent of that, everyone is hanging out online, and so a business or a brand is missing out on the audience and customers that are online because they're not getting exposure to it. So digital marketing came to be, which is running ads on the internet, essentially. And within that realm of digital marketing, there's a lot of different services. So, some of them and some of these terms, I'm sure you out there have heard and may not know what they are, but everything from obviously social media ads to Google ads, which is Google AdWords, and PPC, which is pay-per-click ads, all the way to email marketing, landing pages. So landing pages are like sales funnels. It's a one-page sales funnel that really gets you hooked in and gives you your benefits, and then tries to convert at the end with a call to action. And then all the way to other things such as SEO optimization, and things like that. So really optimizing your website, optimizing your content, doing content marketing, which is essentially just pushing out content all across all your platforms, things like ad graphics, ad video, so and even speaking of video marketing, so everyone knows YouTube. So how about the YouTube video ads that you see when you're hitting skip ad? Well, that's part of digital marketing. So that's another thing that we offer.
So in other words, it's sort of a balloon of a lot of things. So do you identify, someone comes to you, I assume you assess what they're trying to get done. Mm-hmm. Do you cherry pick, hey, this is the various forms that would be most effective for you? Is that part of your service?
Correct. So if it's a brand that already exists and they've already started and they're not just starting tomorrow, we do a full brand audit. So I'll look into everything that they have online and everything that they even have in print and in store if they're a physical location. Full brand audit, and I actually do a little bit of competitor research. I do industry research on what they are. If it's a cupcake shop or a plumbing company and I don't know fully about that industry, I will do my research into it. We'll fully audit and check out the entire industry and see what others are doing. Why is this brand not sticking out? And then kind of just create like I said before, a timeline and go from there. So
someone has an idea, then you, as they say, chisel it down to here's your best shot at it and how you can get there. Well, if anyone is interested, is it ValiantVibes.com?
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
And they're always welcome to call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. Been a delight to have you on the phone, and actually not on the phone necessarily. I want them to phone you, but they can phone me at 888-489-8980, and I'd like to leave you with my favorite thought, which is, if you really want to get anything done in life, you'll find a way. And if you don't, you'll find an excuse. And there is no excuse for not achieving your dreams and goals in America, because it is the greatest country in the whole world. Remember, a goal is just a dream with a deadline.
WNZK has available a few good hours of airtime for a few good programs to serve their communities. Radio is better than ever in targeting an audience that listens to what you say. Learn more about this exciting radio broadcasting opportunity by calling WNZK Radio at 248-557-3500.
We are